I am learning that it's really, really important to allow myself to feel what I am feeling in the moment and not try to suppress it and push it down and get away from it. Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good week. I thought I'd post up a quick video. I didn't really plan this one out, but it's kind of like a life update, what's been happening on my end of things, along with some general reflections and things that I wanted to kind of go over. But before I get too crazy into anything, hi, my name is Rebecca. I am so happy that you are here. If this is your first time here, welcome. Subscribe, like this video. I try to make new videos every single week, work and lifestyle permitting. Feel free to leave a comment, let me know what you think, and don't forget to check out my other videos. The past couple of weeks or so have just been absolutely insane. I feel like there just hasn't been much of a break or much of a pause just in everything that's been happening, and mostly what I mean by this is just like everything in my professional life, everything relating to work has just been unrelenting and totally exhausting. And without getting into too many crazy acronyms or anything like that or confusing you if you don't know a bunch of military jargon, basically we had a whole week of inspections at the end of March, and that was just extremely stressful, and a lot of just extra nonsense came out of that, which is always the way that it goes. It's never painless or easy. And then after that, the week following, things still just seemed very, very out of whack. For whatever reason, I just felt very affected by all of the energy and the attitudes and just everything happening around me. I was really in it, and I really got kind of swept away with everything. It got so bad at one point that I literally could not remember what day it was. I could not for the life of me remember what day it was, and I know that sounds completely unrelated to any kind of work drama or anything, but it was like I was so hyper focused in on what was happening in that second, that minute, and within like the next hour I was just focusing on getting to the hour after that and the hour after that. I wasn't thinking about the day. I could not remember what day it was. I was so out of it and just so discombobulated and completely jumbled up. I asked Stuart to remind me of what day it was when I woke up and when I went to bed so that I would know. And being on nights, that can kind of happen anyway. Like you can kind of lose track of the days because you start out your work day on one day and then you end it on the next, and then you sometimes it feels like you lose time a little bit. But anyway, that happened. And then there was just a couple of things that came out of the inspections that created a lot of extra stress and chaos that really just sucked, a big one. And it basically resulted in a lot of people getting shafted. I went a 48-hour period without getting a shower. That was with two 12-hour shifts in that 48-hour period, not being able to shower, getting 4 hours of sleep, like just rolling. I did it, but it did not benefit me, and I feel like I am still recovering from that. That was this previous week. Like I am still trying to get back on track from that. It's crazy. Like I'm one of those people, I have to get enough sleep. I have to. It's absolutely vital, or I cannot function. It doesn't matter how much coffee I drink, caffeine does not make a difference. I've got to get my sleep, and I didn't get it. And then the following day after that, I had like 1 day off, and then it was right back into the grind again, and my sleep schedule was completely out of whack because I had to be awake during the day to take care of things that were going down. Yeah, I feel like a piece of fabric that has just been rubbed to the point where it's like basically see-through. Like there's nothing left there of substance really. Like I am drained. Then on top of it all, with all that stuff going on at work, I come home and I try to sleep, and I haven't been able to sleep super well because I've got my upstairs neighbor making noise. She's been getting her apartment, it sounds like, rebuilt. Essentially, I don't know what they're doing. They replaced a bunch of stuff in her apartment that sounded like they were basically completely reinstalling her bathroom at one point, which is right above my bedroom. That was awful. The apartment building I live in is old. It's decently maintained, but it's not the best, and it has a lot of problems. And my apartment, for whatever reason, over the last couple of months or so, has just been growing mold everywhere. And I know that sounds so gross, and it is. And I clean it up, and it comes right back, and I clean it it up and it comes right back. And I've had this problem before living in other places, but it was a much different climate and I wasn't expecting to have that problem here. Finally, I called maintenance because I didn't know what to do about it anymore, and it was like all different colors. It was black, it was red, it was growing like out of the faucets in my kitchen and bathroom, out of the drains, all in the shower. I've got a giant mold flower, I don't know what else to call it, growing on the sleeve of one of my dress uniforms in my closet. I have to take it to get dry cleaned to get it off, but I haven't yet because I wanted them to see it, and I called them, and they of course could only come during times when I was sleeping because, you know, it's the middle of the day, it's when normal people are functioning. So they would come during the middle of the day and wake me up, and I'd have to deal with it. And the guy came and he looked at it and he looked at everything else, and he was gonna clean it up, and then he saw everything and he was like, oh yeah, I'll come back on Monday with my supervisor. My supervisor needs to see this. So I don't know what that means. Basically, my apartment is just being taken over by mold spores, and I don't know what to do about it at this point, but that's why I'm sitting in my truck right now. It's about 11 o'clock, and that's when he said he was going to be coming back. Don't really care to be in there. When they're in there, there's no reason for me to be. So I'm sitting here. I got off of work at 5 a.m. and I've been up ever since. So I think I've been up for almost 20 hours at this point, and that is why I look like I look, which is just exhausted. I don't know if you can see it, but my eyes are incredibly bloodshot. My throat is starting to feel dry, which is always how it feels whenever I haven't had sleep. I want to take a shower and go to bed. There's just been a lot, but I didn't want this video. I don't want this video to just be like, oh, this is what's going on in my life and I'm complaining about it. That's not really the point. All that stuff is going on, and I do want to acknowledge that because it feeds into kind of the second point for this video, and that is just that when things are going wrong and things are happening that are upsetting and outside of what we can control, and there's absolutely nothing that I can do to change anything, nothing that I can do to control any outcomes. I basically just have to react. I am learning that it's really, really important to allow myself to feel what I am feeling in the moment and not try to suppress it and push it down and get away from it. And I know that sounds like such a bizarre thing to say, maybe, I don't know, depending on where you're coming from, but for me, within the last month or so, I've become aware of the fact that I've really been repressing my emotions and really been not dealing well with the things that are going on around me because I haven't been allowing myself to feel angry or feel frustrated or feel sad in the moments when I really need to. I have been repressing it instead and hanging on to it, and then it erupts out of me at the least opportune time. So I've really, really been working on being emotionally intelligent, I guess, or just smart with the way that I am feeling. So if I am feeling tired and frustrated because things at work are effed up and I can't change anything to make it better and I feel helpless, I let myself feel that, and I feel it for the 5 minutes that I need to, and then after that I let it go. By processing those emotions and letting myself feel that, it makes it a lot easier in the long run because I don't hang on to that stuff. I can feel it and then let it go. Yeah, work's not been great. Yeah, my apartment is questionable at best. Yeah, you know, I've got whatever people being loud and interrupting my sleep. I haven't been getting the best quality sleep or been able to take care of myself the way that I like to. Yeah, all that stuff's been happening. But let me tell you, there is so much to be said for like taking care of yourself emotionally, and I feel like people don't value it enough. Like, you really have to put in the time and be conscious about just taking care of yourself and not being afraid to let yourself feel things in the moment when you're feeling them. And I've noticed a change just in the last couple of weeks since I've really been trying to pay attention to that and be a little bit more conscious. It's always a work in progress, and I'm not saying like I fixed all my problems or anything like that, but for whatever reason, I think I fell into the trap of thinking like, oh, if you're gonna be like a happy person, if you're gonna be so woke and like aware and conscious and stuff, like that means you shouldn't be upset by things. But the fact of the matter is, we still live on planet Earth and things are still gonna upset us, and we're still gonna have to go through and process things. And there's absolutely no benefit to anyone, least of all ourselves, if we don't allow ourselves to get upset and process all of that stuff so that we can move on. Nobody benefits from that in the long run. We have a responsibility first and foremost to ourselves to make sure we care for ourselves and love ourselves and allow ourselves to be human, because we are all human and feelings are human and totally natural and totally normal. That is my mini life update. I have been just so stressed and so tired, but by the time you see this video, I will be on vacation out on the road with Stuart. I'm looking forward to it. We're going on a huge road trip, and of course I'll be trying to take some footage of that and put together some kind of vlog or something. I mean, that's just my life now, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be able to relax and get away, kind of just mentally refresh myself, physically refresh myself. It's gonna be magical, and that is the only thing that I'm really focused on right now. So I just have to get through one more week and everything will be fine. It's nice to have that light at the end of the tunnel. That is it. Just wanted to pop in, offer some positivity, and share a little bit of my life with you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Subscribe, like this video. I make new videos every single week. Go ahead and add me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram handle right here. And yeah, that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again soon for the next video.